All right, welcome to another edition of High School Football right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call up here in the press box at beautiful Frost Cow Stadium. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and you can also find us on our website at heartofohiosports.com. Guys, this is a beautiful day for football. It is definitely what you would consider football weather here. It's fall. It's getting a little chilly, and it's about time for some high school football. We're in week 9 of the high school football season now, and these two teams vying for, I'd say, bragging rights. This is a backyard rivalry, but still vying for a piece of that SBC River pecking order, if you will, Tommy.
Absolutely, and again, even if you're you never look past any of your opponent in conference play, but even as you get to the back 9 of the season here, we're already in week 9 already, Nate, and this is it. This is where the playoff picture, shake it like a Polaroid, as that playoff picture starts to develop and becomes a little bit clearer. And with Calvert sitting at 5-3 on the season, undefeated at home, finally got a huge road win last week, 55-7 over Buckeye Local, taking Buckeye Local to the woodshed on that one. This is the chance for Calvert to continue their winning ways, continue the winning streak at home, but man, what a juggernaut they have in the 6-2 Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains, looking to play spoiler on the road in their own backyard.
Absolutely right, Tommy. We are locked in here, and you're locked in on the Rogers Flowers pregame show. Guys, let's take a moment and talk about the keys to the game. Of course, when we talk about keys to the game, those are brought to you by Shkadet Mexican Restaurant in the Tiffin Mall. And Greggy did a great job whipping up some new graphics this week for our keys to the game. And let's talk first, we're going to talk about Hopewell. Let's talk keys to the game for the Chieftains. Tommy, when you look at this Chieftains team, it's a lot different than the team that we saw last year. And when we were covering this squad last year, we covered this game last year between these two squads. You know, this was something that early on, Hopewell didn't need a balanced attack. But I think today, that's going to be very important because last year they just ran all over Tiffin Calvert. Today, that's not going to happen. That defensive line for Calvert, they're tough, and that's a stout defensive line. So for Hopewell, I think one of the keys, establish a balanced attack first.
Absolutely. You get a guy like Hayden Welly, Mr. Plow himself into
He's out for this game. Oh, yeah, Hayden Welly's out.
Again, even then, so you still got some
Braylon
other guys like Braylon Martinez who can carry the load. So if you're able to establish that balanced attack, it keeps Calvert on their heels, and that's one of the things that Calvert's had a little bit of difficulty keeping up against some opponents.
And the next key to the game for Hopewell-Loudon, keep the defense guessing. Of course, when you start that balanced attack, when you get that established, that's when you can really start keeping the defense guessing, keeping them on their heels, if you will. And, of course, the last key to the game for Hopewell-Loudon, play aggressive. Tommy, they've got to play aggressive today. If they want to be successful, this is one thing that, you know, obviously they're known for. They're known to get around and fly around, and they get after it. And we're already underway. Kickoff is underway. We'll get back to the keys to the game here after this. But Tiffin Calvert takes the opening kick to the 40, to the 45, and to the 50.
Could be taking it to the house, Nate.
To the 40. And a nice return there inside Chieftain territory. John Schumacher on the return gets it all the way down to the 35-yard line. Excellent starting field position for Tiffin Calvert. Now let's talk about the Seneca's keys to the game here. Of course, keys to the game brought to you by your friends at Shkadet Mexican Restaurant. Stop out at the Tiffin Mall and check out the new menu. Tiffin Calvert getting ready to start their next possession here. Few keys to the game here. Number 1, this is the first and foremost, control the trenches. Number 2, don't fall behind early. And number 3, defensive stops are a must. Those are your keys to the game brought to you by Shkadet Mexican Restaurant.
And Rombach is just gobbled up in the backfield right from the get-go. And like you talked about, controlling the trenches, Nate, there in those Escarat keys to the game. That's going to be the big test for Calvert Senecas here tonight. As they've been tremendous, the Senecas have been in their pass protection, allowing young Harry Schultz to complete 95 of 192 passes for 1,438 yards and 14 tutties this season. Tells us these Senecas, they're not afraid to air it out.
Absolutely. Another carry now.
And it's stopped again.
And this time they are stood up once again right at the line of scrimmage. As that is 21, Cal Warnament on the carry. Back-to-back carries by Warnament. And a loss of 3 yards to start out for Tiffin Calvert. They face a 3rd and long. So after that great kick return, nets them excellent field position. Now they find themselves facing a 3rd and long at the 38-yard line.
At 3rd and long, and there's not going to be any secrets here. That Calvert likes to go long in these down and distance situations, but that Chieftain secondary, I don't know.
Schultz
Billy Klaus
rolls
has been
out,
a huge target.
chucking it deep into the end zone. He's got a man down in the end zone. Billy Klaus, does he come down with it? They're going to say he was out of bounds.
I was going to say.
Oh, let's take a look at that one again. That was really close, Greg.
Schultz on a huge 3rd down and distance situation, going to top receiver Billy Klaus. 20.
Oh, he was just out of bounds.
And as you see it there, just out of bounds, but like we talked
close.
about, Billy Klaus, 639 yards and 6 touchdowns this season. Really comes into the clutch when the Senecas need a play.
And now Rombach on to punt for
He's
Calvert.
gonna
He's going to keep it. He's going to try to keep it and pick up the first down. And he is going to be slung down before he makes it to the first down marker. He'll be about 3 yards short. And Hopewell-Loudon will take over at their own 28-yard line. So all that great field position, and they can't take advantage of it there, Tommy.
Absolutely. And the Chieftains now get a chance to come out and go to work with the ball on the 30 after Calvert actually got some good yards on that drive to start, but that's going to be the main key here between these two squads, flipping the field, and by doing that, you rely on your running backs and carrying the load. As you see there, Braylon Martinez and Hayden Welly, Mr. Plow being out for this game, going to rely a lot.
Martinez takes the first carry and gains just about a yard.
They're going to rely a lot on Martinez.
Yes, and they're going to lean on him early and often throughout this one, as the young sophomore has really established himself in the ground game this year. We're going to send it down to the sideline here after this play. We'll check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as he has our weather report brought to you by Phillips Electric. Of course, we'll check in after this play here. It is 2nd down and 10. Evan Crease rolls to his left, or rolls to his right, slings it out. It's complete at the first down marker. And a nice catch there by Blake Barrier, and that's a first down for Hopewell-Loudon. Let's send it down to Eric Hall on the sideline. Here's your Phillips Electric weather report.
Tackled by number 61, Will Kurtz, and number 20.
Hey, thanks, Nate. We had 56 degrees at kickoff, but it's only going to get chillier and windier as it goes. We might see some 15-mile-an-hour winds and make things awfully cold, but we have a great night for football.
All right, there you have it. That's the Phillips Electric weather report brought to you by Eric Hall, our sideline reporter. We'll give a rundown of all of our crew here tonight. After this, Martinez on the carry. Gets about 2.
Senecas bring 5 hands down and a blitzing linebacker. And still, Chieftain's able to come up with something after that play seemingly was blown up from behind the line.
We'll get a rundown of our full crew today as we have 2 camera operators up here at the top. And then we have a sideline camera as well.
Smooth operator.
So that is 3 cameras operating for this game today. That's right, folks. Big time production here. We brought out all the stops. There's our sideline camera right there. Crease slings it out over the middle. It's incomplete as he was looking for Martinez right around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the Senecas react and try to tame this explosive offense of the Chieftains as Creas came in tonight, as you've seen earlier, 1,691 yards passing and 16 touchdowns. By comparison, like we talked about with Harrison Schultz, 95 of 102 for 1,438 yards, 14 tutties, and 6 interceptions apiece for both of these guys. Like we talked about, both quarterbacks not afraid to air it out and give their guys a chance to make a play.
Grease slings it across the middle, and it's nearly picked off. It is picked off. Intercepted by Cal Warnament. He's to the 40, to the 30, 25, 20. Cuts back 15, and he's down inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. Cal Warnament. big time play right there as he comes up with the interception off of the bobble there, Tommy. That was tipped up in the air. A little bit of tip drill there.
I think there's a flag back at the 45 or 44-yard line, somewhere around there.
Oh, wow. A helmet-to-helmet hit against Calvert. I'm not sure where the contact occurred there. Are they saying that was on the quarterback hit? Wow.
Eric, were you able to make anything out of that commotion down there?
Yeah, Eric, what exactly happened down there?
I did see the quarterback get hit, so I'm assuming that's what the call was for.
Huh. Yeah, well, you're allowed to hit the quarterback still, right? Oh, wait, never mind.
It was a little late, but I didn't see a helmet-to-helmet, but I kind of looked away at that point.
Well, regardless, a costly turnover nonetheless for the Chieftains. Could have been dire for the defense, but now Calvert setting up shop at the 39-yard line.
Seneca's have possession still. So it must have been on the return. It must not have been on the it must not have been before the interception. It must have been after the interception was where they had that penalty occur, because they're still able to keep possession of the ball. So
Adam Creas in on the stop there for the Chieftains. And these two teams, again, we knew they weren't going to be exchanging Christmas cards. This rivalry runs deep, Nate, as these two squads, they first started this rivalry way back in 1976, Calvert versus Hopewell-Loudon. Hopewell-Loudon won. Calvert won that first affair, 41-7. Calvert leads all time, 26-12, and Calvert has not beaten Hopewell since 2019.
And they sling it out left side. That's complete. Billy Klaus on the reception. He's got it up into Chieftain territory. And the Senecas have a first down up to the 46-yard line.
Looking to write their own history here, Nate.
That's
looking
right.
to, again, coming into tonight, they need to get these wins to get to vie for those contention in the playoffs. Calvert coming in 5-3, 11th in Division 7 and Region 26 right now. With an expanded playoff system, that gets you in. But you still got to continue to put these W's up. That keeper by Schultz.
Harrison.
Well,
We
again,
cleared that up on the coach's corner this past Tuesday.
I was just about to say, for Harrison Schultz, he's able to extend these plays so well. He accounts for about 7 touchdowns on the ground himself. And Harry Houdini able to escape there, making a more manageable 2nd and 8 here.
Second down and 8. 4 receivers set. Schultz pump fakes. Now he's slinging it down the field. He's got a man in the middle of the field, and that's caught.
How did that?
Jacob Rumback rips it out of the hands of the defender.
Between 2 defenders, Nate.
Wow. What a big-time catch there by Jacob Rumback.
That's going to move the chains and more. As you see here, the pump fake. Schultz loads it up. And between 2 defenders, thread meet needle. And the Senecas now have this right around the 3-yard line, Nate. Huge reception by Rombach.
Sets up shop at the 3-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 backs in the backfield. Harrison Schultz brings a man in motion. Handoff, Warnament off the right side, and he plows his way to the goal line. They're going to say he's down just short of the goal line. So 2nd down and goal at the 1.
Well, we talked about the quarterbacks, guys. Let's take a look at Calvert's running backs here.
Carrying the load for these guys, for the Senecas, Rombach and Cal Warnament, that 2-headed monster in the back. Both Rombach accounting for about 500 yards, while Warnament putting 330 yards on the ground. But most importantly, 6 touchdowns for Rombach and 4 touchdowns.
Seneca's in the shotgun, 3 receivers on the near side of the field. Handoff, Warnament once again.
Oh, I think he stood up right there.
I think they're going to stop him short of the goal line once again, so just short. Eric, they're getting a lot of push down there, man.
Oh, yeah, it's a battle down here right now.
Of course, we said this is one thing Calvert must do. This is a key to the game for Tiffin Calvert tonight. They have to control the trenches.
And nothing
Easier said
tests your
than
metal
done.
more right here than right at the goal line.
Schultz slings it out left side.
Look
It's
at
complete.
that coverage.
And, they are right there
Ball
to make
comes
the
out.
stop. Ball comes out, but they're going to say he was down before the fumble. So it is going to be 4th down and goal at the 2-yard line. And the defense was all over that one, Tommy. They were not fooled whatsoever.
Yeah, I saw Creas come up on that one, recognizing that they were just going to kind of throw out a little screen there. And what a call right there at the goal line. I really thought, again, right there from the 2, you just pound it in there. But the Senecas will go back into the gun. 2-back set.
Schultz passing, 4th and 2. Now he's going to keep it
Houdini.
himself, and he's going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown. Harrison Schultz from 2 yards out on 4th and goal puts the Senecas on the board first with 4:09 left to play here in the first quarter.
We talk about Schultz's ability to extend the play. You see it there. Pocket starts to collapse, and Schultz looked like he was going to cut it outside, able to cut it back in right through the A-gap for the big touchdown to put the Senecas ahead.
Big time touchdown run there by Harrison Schultz on 4th and goal.
We had 6 coming in. I still corrected when I said he had 7, but now he does have 7. So
There you go.
look at this. Lined
Schultz.
up for a 2-point.
Slings it into the end zone for the 2-point, and it's incomplete. Nice coverage on the play there. As number 16, that's Gavin Jordan, gets his hand in there to break that one up. Excellent play there in coverage to keep it a 6-0 game. 4:09 left to play here in the first quarter. Let's take a moment and run through our sponsors and give a shout out to everyone for helping us bring this ball game to you here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to Rogers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Reno's Pizza and Pasta, Sarah Risen Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin, Embroidery and Crafts by Buja, Buckeye IT, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Pyramid Recruiting Offices, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, and the Advertiser Tribune, all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
And how important, especially when you're hosting against a high-caliber opponent like the Chieftains, to control the tempo and capitalize off of mistakes early. Again, touchdown, points off turnovers. That touchdown occurred after the interception on Hopewell-Loudon's last drive. Seneca's able to finish that drive after the roughing the passer. Moved him all the way back to start that drive.
We'll take a look around the area at some more scores after the kickoff here. This is going to be a short kick fielded at the 27-yard line off the bounce. And they'll bring it back to about the 34-yard line before they're brought down there. I believe that was number 7 on the return there, Adam Crease. Let's take a look around the area at the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard. Of course, there are some really great games going on in the area right now. Norwalk leading Clyde 14-7 in the first quarter. Tommy, last week, I wondered what was going on with Norwalk and how they were able to hang with Perkins throughout that game. I was told they came out in the wing tee, and that's pretty much how they controlled that game.
Yeah, these youngsters, they don't really know how to react to,
Yeah.
especially not seeing that on film.
Well, especially in the SBC Lake. I mean, maybe in the river they might be prepared for it, but not in the lake. They're used to seeing spread.
Yeah.
So you run 8 linemen at them on one play. They don't know what to do. Well, right now, Norwalk leading Clyde 14-7. That game once again in the first quarter. Let's see. Bellevue leading Sandusky 6-0. Columbian leading Perkins 7-0 in the first quarter. And that's pretty much it for scores around the actually. Winford and Seneca East are tied at 6 apiece. That's in the first quarter. Crease slings it out left side. That's complete. And that is caught by, I believe that's number 9. Is that number 2? Blake Barrier? It is.
Now, do we have a direct line to our guys over there in Sandusky? They're going to give us score updates?
Now, they have told me that at halftime they're willing to call. They can give us a call.
That'd be cool.
I think that'd be kind of cool. Maybe when we go to half, we'll get them on the phone, get a little live update from Sandusky, as we have our 2 guys over there in Sandusky. It will not be live streamed, but we will have highlights for you tomorrow on the Saturday scoreboard. That pass complete up to the 46-yard line. That's Braylon Martinez on the reception. And Tommy, he's kind of one of those dual threat running backs, as he's a threat to catch it and run.
And Coach Colatrulio can definitely exploit that. As you see Calvert kind of running a little deep in their coverage, but still running that kind of cover 3, that soft zone coverage, which Hopewell-Loudon has been able to capitalize on this drive.
Martinez takes the handoff, carries it up the middle, and he's got it up into Seneca's territory, down to the 49-yard line. Connor Moyer on the stop.
An interception stalled the Chieftains' last drive. You have to have a short memory in this game, as the Chieftains now just coming right back out and hammering it out with the Senecas.
Second down and 5. Crease, handoff, Martinez off the left side, trying to find a little crease there, and he finds it up to the first down marker. That's where he'll be brought down.
Little Crease, he was the one that handed it off.
That's right. Well, after he handed it off, he was looking for another one. 5-yard gain gives them a first down up to the 44. Calvert coming out in looks like a 5-man front here, Tommy. A little 3-4 look.
I'll bring the blitz here.
Crease slings it out. He's got a man wide open at the 30 to the 20. Barrier cuts back to the 10 to the 5, and he's brought down inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle there by the Senecas. Blake Barrier.
John Schumacher makes a heck of a play there.
The Barrier was wide open on that one, Tommy. Nobody anywhere near
Calvert
him.
brought those defenders up after, those short little passes. Kaj decided to take it deep. That Coach Colatrulio decides to take it deep there, and it pays dividends, as now the Chieftains are in striking distance.
Already down inside of a minute to play here in the first quarter. 6-0 Calvert. Hopewell driving. Fake the handoff. Now they got Crease is going to keep it himself, and he carries it close to the goal line, but he's going to be down just short of the goal line.
Hey, talk about turnabout being fair play.
Absolutely.
Pocket starts to collapse for the Chieftains on that one, and Crease able to turn it up. Now that sideline cam view.
That's right.
Bringing you up close and personal to the action without leaving your living room, Nate.
Actually, Tommy, I can't tell which camera that is. I think that's actually one of our action cams.
Yep, it's the top left camera.
Nonetheless,
And Martinez plunges in from a yard out and ties the game at 6 apiece with 9 seconds left here in the first quarter. Braylon Martinez puts the Chieftains on the board.
and the Chieftains didn't stutter at all on that drive. They just came out, had a great return, and right there, Martinez able to cut up the Calvert defense, get the huge touchdown. Now the Chieftains with a chance to go ahead here. Oh, look at that.
Martinez up the middle, and he found his way in for 2 points. So Hopewell now takes the lead 8-6 with 9 seconds left here in the first quarter. And they made quick work of that drive there, Tommy.
Yeah, not getting paid by the hour here on the Chieftains as they came out, made a mistake, shot themselves in the foot, and the Senecas were able to find pay dirt off of that. Hopewell-Loudon, they were shaking their head. They just came right back out. And everyone around town knows that these Chieftains are for real. And social media is buzzing with all the talk for Hopewell-Loudon. Again, tell us your comments. Follow us on Facebook, like us, and subscribe on YouTube as well. And let us know in the comments what you think about the Chieftains and the Calvert Senecas in this huge matchup that's been going on since 1976. Who do you think is going to win this huge SBC River Conference matchup? Eric Hall on the sideline. Who do you think is going to win this matchup?
Oh, you can't put him on the spot like that. Poor Eric. You know you're not allowed to pick teams, Eric. You know that, right? I seem to have lost you on the mic. I don't know what happened there. Did you lose your battery? Maybe the battery went dead on that? I don't know.
Heard a little something there happen.
Yep. It's trying. It wants to come on.
I mean, I might not be able to pick them here tonight, but you can definitely pick them over with our friends on the Over Under podcast.
That's right.
Wednesdays at 8 p.m., Joey Krajewski and Aaron Steyer.
Return man brings it up from the 22-yard line. This is John
Look at
Schumacher
this.
once again on the return to the 45 to the 50, and he is going to be brought out of bounds near the 45-yard line. But once again, an excellent return there by John Schumacher as he brings that.
Chelsea's got to be careful down there.
2. Sorry.
We don't want to.
It came close to in there again there.
Dylan Stevens on the return. I thought that was 22. And that is the final play of the first quarter. So, Hopewell-Loudon leads 8-6. We'll step aside. We'll take a timeout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stay right here. You're locked in on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
How are we doing, guys? My name is Joey Krajewski, co-host of the Over Under podcast on Heart of Ohio Sports. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you, guys.
Be sure to give us a like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
All right, and we're back here at Frost County Stadium. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall up here on the call in the press box. Beautiful Frost County Stadium.
And a beautiful return by Schumacher. He's got the Seneca sitting pretty at the 45.
Calvert going left to right here. Schultz, little shoulder fake, now slings it down the field. He's got Billy Klaus, and it is
picked off, it looks
I think picked off. It's going to be intercepted. Excellent coverage down the field there. As number 8, I think that was actually Braylon Martinez, number 6.
See if we can get another look at that one.
Wow, what a catch by Martinez as he basically played receiver on that one.
Yeah, the playmaker himself. Martinez, after putting points on the board for the Chieftains, all 8 of them, able to get the ball back for the Chieftains to give them another crack to continue to extend this lead. As the Senecas drew first blood here in the first stanza of action from Frost County Stadium. Now to begin the second quarter, and Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains take over on after a Seneca's turnover.
Hey, we got our sideline mic back. And a run up the middle there as Braylon Martinez takes the handoff, carries it up to the 16-yard line. Good for 5 yards. And, Tommy, that's about what they're picking up every time they want to run the ball here tonight. Braylon Martinez has found some early success running the ball.
And that's difficult when you got a line that can put you where they want you to. where they want you to be.
Evan Crease, the pistol set, turns around, handoff. Martinez off the right side.
Wow.
And he's got it up past the first down marker, up to the 22-yard line. Braylon Martinez. He's really already starting to put his imprint all over this game. And we're only about 13 minutes in.
Just attaching the shovel and the winch to himself and plowing the way for this Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains run game with Welly's absence. Martinez has done a tremendous job carrying the load as well.
Crease
Blitz here.
Gonna sling it deep. He's got a man downfield, and it's incomplete. He's got to come back for it. He was looking for Adam Crease.
Not a bad play by the Senecas there. They bring the blitz, go into man coverage, force the quarterback to throw it out early, and you got to believe if that receiver would have had maybe just one more step, Nate.
You know, we say Brogo connection. Is this the Crease connection here? Is that what we're doing? Because they got, Adam and Evan, both the same grade. I would assume they're twins. You know what they say about assuming, though.
Crease Creations.
3 receivers on the near side of the field. Handoff, Braylon Martinez up the middle. And it looks like not a whole lot of running room there as they get it up to about the 25, but that's about it. Third down coming up here. Third and I'd say about 7 to go.
And again, this is a situation where it's not the hardest 3rd and 7 to get, but you also still have an extended menu of plays. You can still run it here. You're averaging about 7 yards a play, a run.
Crease puts a man in motion, drops back, slings it over the middle, and he's looking for Martinez, and I want to say he caught it.
That one skipped in the dirt maybe, actually.
And no, I think they do credit him with the catch. They're going to say he came up with it right at the 45-yard line. And that is indeed the call, so they're going to move the chains. Tommy, you said extended menu. You want to talk about an extended menu? Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. They're famous for a reason. That Famous Recipe Chicken is always cooked fresh, never frozen. And it's honey-dipped, hand-breaded, and their special blend of herbs and spices. I'll get a little bit more of that read after this as Crease handoff. Martinez off the left side. Nice blocking out in front, Tommy.
Yeah,
Boy, number 7, Adam Crease with a beautiful open field block there to clear him out some space.
Yeah, that line brings the herbs and spices as Martinez brings the flavor.
A little shake and bake.
And they bring the hurry up here.
Right back up to the line. Crease, handoff, Martinez, right side. And he's got it up for a couple yards. We talk about Lee's. I mean, did you know that that's pressure-cooked chicken? You ever had pressure-cooked fried chicken? That is the best fried chicken. It's because it seals in that delicious flavor. The proof is in the chicken. See for yourself. Stop in today. They offer dine-in, carry-out, or you can take advantage of their convenient drive-thru. Open 10:30 to 9 p.m. every day of the week. Choose Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Tiffin. That's right. You got about an hour and a half. Go grab you some Lee's at halftime. Come back and watch the second half. 2nd down and 8. Crease rolls to his right, slings it out, and it's incomplete. Receiver fell down coming out of his route there as he was looking for Blake Barrier, but Barrier ran into an invisible barrier.
Not a lot of air under these balls by Crease after that interception earlier, which, some of these throws might be by design. But, again, you see some of these balls kind of just being whipped right at the receivers here. Sometimes they go take a skip into the dirt. Sometimes they're good for a huge play, but right now,
money down.
Yep, it's a money down for the Senecas. 3rd and 8.
Ball at the 42. They need to get it past the 35 to convert. Crease pressure. He steps up into the pocket, and he's going to be stopped and dropped just short of the first down marker. What an excellent open field tackle. 61, that's Will Kurtz, I believe. Indeed, Will Kurtz on the stop. Boy, he stonewalled him, Tommy.
Yeah, but you always forget just how big Evan Creas really is. About 6'4", 170 pounds. Can extend that long body.
They're going to keep the offense on the field here. Crease standing in the shotgun. They try to get the defense to jump, but they don't get the call.
1 second, and they'll get to call a timeout here.
And I tell you what, Calatrulio is not happy. He's trying to figure out how Calvert wasn't called for offsides on that play. And I'll tell you how. They got back.
We can tell you how we're bringing you this game. Thanks to our fine sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We want to thank Rogers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Escarat Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore, Steinmetz Sign and Graphic Ink, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, TJ Willie's Fine Food, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Reno's Pizza and Pasta, Sarah Risen, Century 21, Bolt and Tiffin, Embroidery and Crafts by Busa, Buckeye IT, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Pyramid Recruiting Offices, Lee's Famous Recipe, and the Advertiser Tribune, all proud sponsors bringing you high school football right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
There you have it, folks. You hear those names, frequent those businesses. 4th and 2, the offense stays on the field. Crease fakes the handoff, slings it out right side, and it's complete.
Comes up with it.
Braylon Martinez on the reception, and that's good for the first down up to the 32-yard line.
And what a tremendous play by the Chieftains. They saw the Senecas kind of roll with something similar when they were in goal line. But here on a 4th and short, with everything on the line, the Chieftains able to convert.
Martinez takes the handoff. Little cutback lane there as he skips his way forward for about a 3-yard gain. They'll mark him down at the 29-yard line.
And look at this. The Chieftains, they don't shy away from that run attack. They were forced into a 3rd and 7 situation after Calvert came up on 2 huge stops. But again, when you got this explosive offense, they're able to continue to bring the paddles out to these drives you think you might pull the plug on.
Handoff. Martinez gets it up to about the 25-yard line.
Wow.
Number 6, Braylon Martinez on the carry.
All man and a yard wide is
All
Braylon
150 pounds of him.
Braylon Martinez tonight.
Every time I see the stats on this kid, I'm like 5'10", 150-pound sophomore. But, man, he carries a load more than I've seen some dump trucks, man. Shotgun set. Crease slings it out right side, complete.
Oh.
And he's got his man up right around the first down marker. John Schumacher
Speaking of truck,
comes up to make the stop.
Shoemaker, he's been having his fingerprints on this one.
Indeed.
Trying to get the Senecas in good position, making plays left and right. Tremendous job on special teams.
Score update from Tiffin, Columbian, and Perkins. That is tied at 7 in the second quarter now. Winford leading Seneca East 13-12 in the second quarter. Handoff. Braylon Martinez swallowed up and dropped after about a 2-yard gain. John Schumacher in on the stop. 2nd down and 7 coming up.
And our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard, you see 5:30 and rolling on the clock. And the Chieftains, they started this quarter with the ball.
That's right. Handoff. No, they're going to fake it. Now Crease rolls to his right, trying to find some running room, and he is tripped up right around the line of scrimmage. They're going to actually give him a yard or two up to about the 16-yard line. So he'll be about 5 yards short of the first down.
And as long as you don't get much past that third and 5, 3rd and 6 mark,
Yeah.
Well, like we talked about, the Chieftains have such a plethora of plays to choose from, an extended wheelhouse, if you will.
Crease in the shotgun. Handoff. Martinez up the middle. And he is stopped just shy of the first down. So it's going to be short by about a yard or two. They'll put him down at actually, he's going to be about 3 yards short. So 4th and about 3.
And he nose to the grindstone moments. Might just want to see if we can keep it there to get that close perspective, Greg.
So here is the 4th down play. 4th and 3. Crease looks, slings it left side, and that's complete.
Comes up with it.
And he's got his man, Blake Barrier, on the reception.
Just a quick slant. We can't thank Chelsea Mullins enough for being on the sideline.
That's right. Hopefully she
doesn't get any Devontae Adams hugs down there.
Oh, Devontae.
Well, you know, she did some camera duty at the Heidelberg game. She ended up with a bloody lip from that one, as she took a nasty hit on the sideline because she was looking at the camera. And Martinez on the carry. I think he's going to be, they're going to say he's just short of the goal line. So 2 4th down conversions on this drive. And Tommy, this one started all the way back. Where were they, at their own 11-yard line when this one started?
And again, we started the second quarter with the Chieftains.
This whole drive has just been the second quarter. They had 11 minutes left in the second quarter when they started this drive. And this is how you control a high-powered offense like Tiffin Calvert, who's put up 95 points in the last 2 weeks. Keep him off the field. Martinez carries it in for the touchdown, and he's got 2 touchdowns now on the night. And it is now 14-6 Hopewell.
Look at this one more time. You'll see Martinez. You'll see, more importantly, these hog mollies up front for the Chieftains. Pardon the blue sea, as you see Braylon Martinez just heads up. Legs turning. Finds Pater 6 points, and the Chieftains look to continue to extend this lead.
And the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Was that Martinez that kicked the extra point too? Man, is there anything he hasn't done tonight? Wow. 15-6, Hopewell-Loudon leading Tiffin Calvert here with 3:30 left to play here in the first half, but Tiffin Calvert's only had, I think, 3 offensive possessions here in the first half, Tommy.
Yeah. And that's, like I said, the best defense against a high-powered offense is, like you alluded to on that last Hopewell drive. Keep them off the field. Mm-hmm. And, man, 2 consecutive drives by the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains seemingly get into the end zone with ease. But that costly hiccup there in the first quarter, the turnover in which Calvert was able to convert into points, got the Senecas on the board, and now you just got to get this offense rolling.
That's right. Let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as he's down there with our sideline camera, Chelsea Mullins.
I know Chelsea's getting all kinds of good shots.
She's got some great shots here. Let's go ahead and send it down to our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. Eric, you know, they're right now trailing by 9 points, but what's the energy like on the sideline here for Tiffin Calvert?
Well, there was a lot of energy in the game, but the colder it gets and the more down they're getting, the less energy I'm seeing down here. Except for Seneca Sue. She is bringing it.
Well, she always brings it. You know that.
Yeah, man. She is so fun to watch down here. She is my favorite.
There you go. There's your sideline report. Eric Hall down there with the lovely Chelsea Mullins. Kickoff return brought back to the 33-yard line. Of course, we got 3 cameras tonight, folks, following the action. Bailey Mullins running one of the cameras, and Connor Roush running the other camera here tonight.
Dylan Stevens on the return there. You thought you saw Schumacher come out the block, and you thought for a second there that Stevens was going to flip it to him. Decided the better of it.
So now Tiffin Calvert will take over at their own 33-yard line, trailing by 9. Schultz slings it out, right side, complete. Ooh, nearly dropped it, but he does come up with the catch. And a nice reception there by Carter Wolf as he gets that one up to the 42-yard line. Second down and 1 at the 42-yard line. Tiffin Calvert comes out in the shotgun formation. Got 2 receivers here on the near side of the field, 2 on the far side. Billy Klaus and Jamison Godfrey on the left side of the formation. Schultz back to pass, slings it right side. That's complete. Lee Morgan on the reception, and he's got it up past the 45-yard line and out of bounds. That's Lee Morgan, not Eli Morgan. You Guardians fans.
It's nice to see how this Calvert offense has really evolved over the season. Had a little bit of struggles in the early onset of the season, but thus far, able to continue to put up points. This offense, it's not quick, it's just sudden.
Delayed handoff here as run back, or actually that's Warnament on the carry. And Cal Warnament with no gain.
Senecas are notorious for getting behind the 8 ball, Nate, and then making chicken salad out of chicken, you know what, with this huge playmaking receiver core they've had.
Second down and 10 coming up. We're down to 2:15 left to play here in the first half. Hopewell-Loudon leading 15-6 over Tiffin Calvert. Stick around for the halftime show brought to you by our friends at TPC Food Service. Harrison Schultz back to pass. They set up the screen, but the defense is all over it.
Nice recognition.
Boy, 61.
Yeah,
he was
Aiden
not
Fetro.
fooled whatsoever. He knew as soon as he started coming after the quarterback and he didn't have anybody blocking him, he said, I know what this is.
Aiden Fetro with snaps on the Petro just puts the gas to the Calvert receiver there. And, man, that was what they call that, incomplete or down or what?
They called it incomplete,
Oh,
my.
Wow.
He didn't have control of it. So, third down and 11. Shotgun formation. Harrison Schultz rolls to his right, sets his feet, slings it down the field, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Billy Klaus right around the 45-yard line. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up fourth down, and that'll bring out the punt unit.
If you're forced to throw in a 3rd and long situation and you immediately roll out, you know where the defense is going.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get the ball out quicker in that case. That's not like a decision where the pass protection breaks down and then you decide to roll out and then throw across your body. I mean, that
was a designed rollout there.
Yeah.
Blake Barrier back deep to return. Jacob Rumback gets the punt away. It'll hit down at the 25. Barrier returns from the 16.
There's a flag.
Up to the 25. That's just a change of possession marker, I think.
No, over here down at the 43.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I do see it there. I get fooled by those orange things all the time. We'll see what the flag is here. Looks like Calvert's defense is on the field here.
You know, those field markers, they are hard to spot or notice to the untrained eye. I think I was a freshman in college before I even seen one in real life. When I played, I seen one get thrown, and I picked it up and handed it to the ref, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "You dropped this."
Yes, sir, you dropped your circus peanut.
Well, they had a field day with that in the field room, in the film room.
So the Chieftains will take over after the penalty at the 33-yard line. Shotgun formation. Little pistol set here for Crease. He turns around, hands it off. Braylon Martinez has got some blockers, and he is into the open, and he's tripped up right at midfield. A touchdown saving tackle there.
And a little counter play there as Hayden Stahl, the offensive lineman, comes around, gets to the second level, and what that's designed to do, Nate, is when you run that pulling guard, gets to the second level, cleans up the linebacker, and then you just got to beat the secondary.
Kevin Ardner making the tackle there to save what could have been a touchdown. Evan Crease rolls to his right, sets his feet. He's got a man he's looking for down the middle of the field, and it's, oh boy, Billy Klaus had a good read on it, but just made a little bit too quick of a jump there, Tommy.
A little bit of 4-1-1 on that coverage there, as you saw Billy Klaus and Kevin Ardner in on the stop.
Double coverage there, and Evan Crease still took a shot down the field. That's how much he trusts his guy, as he was looking for Blake Barrier down the field. Three receiver set here for Hopewell-Loudon, 2nd and 10. Calvert brings a blitz. Crease rolls to his right, slings it out, adds complete. Just short of the first down marker. They'll mark him out at the 41-yard line.
It's a nice job by Will Kurtz sticking with it after coming in on the blitz. Was picked up in the blocking, but instead of giving up right there at the line, chased that inside as he saw the quarterback rolling and just created a groundswell around him.
3rd down and 2. H-back on the left side of the formation. Pistol set here for the Chieftains. Turn around, handoff Martinez. He's got some running room. Boy, that line is just creating a lot of space in the middle of that in the middle of the trenches there, Tommy.
Well, with less than a minute, the Chieftain or the Senecas definitely have to do something here. Can't go down 2 scores at the half.
Crease looking down the field, and nobody home there as he was looking deep, but nobody home.
That Crease connection that you talked about, trying to get it established.
2nd down coming up now. The ball's at the 35-yard line. Make sure you stick around for the TPC Food Service halftime show. We'll break down the first half and get you set for the second half of action live here at Frost County Stadium. Crease, back to pass, 2nd and 10, slings it right side, and that one is incomplete. That one skips away from the receiver there. Trying to find Adam Crease, and that one just, they haven't been able to get that connection going there, Tommy.
No, and that's playing into the favor for the Senecas here. The Chieftain is looking to do a little pitch and catch, gain some yards. Call quick timeouts, get out of bounds, stuff like that. That way you can save those timeouts there in the red zone and escape the half with some points or another huge touchdown score.
3rd down, 3rd and long. Evan Crease back to pass. Steps up into the pocket, slings it, and it's incomplete. Well, he was pretty close to the line when he got rid of that one, but 4th down coming up here. We'll see what Calatrulio decides to do here. With a 2-possession lead, he decides, play it safe. Let's bring out the punt unit, try to pin him deep here.
I would, because if the Senecas take over at the 35, you got a quarterback in Schultz who has the arm to find a guy like Klaus down deep.
Senecas have all 3 timeouts as well. Low snap, and the punter gets that one away, and this is going to be about a 4-yard punt net.
Punts like that makes it 4-down territory.
Yeah. No, I don't even think he got a – that's a That's a 1-yard punt, folks. 1 yard on the punt.
He's lost that one off the foot.
You see him.
So
You see a lot of things in your years covering football, but I don't think I've ever seen a 1-yard punt, Tommy.
well, had the Chieftains had gone for it and turned the ball over, though Senecas would have started this drive from the 35. But now they'll start this drive from the 34.
Shotgun set. Schultz looking. Slings it over the middle. Oh, he's looking for Billy
that
Klaus.
was there.
Just a miscommunication there as Klaus, I think, was reading the defense one way. And
Yeah, it's scary. Again, Klaus kind of wanted to go across the middle there, and that's scary for a quarterback to try to commit to or decide on. But working the sidelines what you want to do when you don't have much time.
that's right.
Yeah, that lapse and communication there, Nate. That could have been. That was the difference between 6 and drop pass.
Yeah. 2nd down and 10. 26 seconds left here in the first half. Schultz rolls to his right, slings it down the field. He's looking for his man. He's got Romback around the 35, but that one's incomplete. And you know one thing I've noticed, Tommy, is they've really started to use Jacob Rumback in more of a receiver role. I mean, he's got the height. He's got a lot of height advantage over a lot of different defenders. So that's definitely a good use of his frame. And he's made some plays. He's already had a big catch down the field today. So trying to find any way they can to get him involved. Look at that. Upper Sandusky and Carey. The Blue Devils leading just 12-7 in the second quarter. Blue Devils, of course, riding a, 25-game winning streak? Harrison Schultz rolls to his right, 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down right around the 37-yard line. Short gain. I'll say he's up to the 38, but that's about it. And that should be the final play and will be the final play of the first half. That's your first half of action, folks. Hopewell-Loudon leading Tiffin Calvert 15-6. We're going to step aside. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the TPC Food Service halftime show right here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State, heart of Ohio sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
Hey guys, this is Aaron Steyer from the Over Under Pod. You catch us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 8:30. Come join the fun.
Greg Kin here, and you're locked in to high school football right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
All right, and we're back here. Frost Cow Stadium. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call. You're here with the halftime show brought to you by your friends at TPC Food Service. I want to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors, and then we'll send it down to the field and let you watch the halftime performance of the band. Once again, tonight's broadcast brought to you by the following community-minded sponsors. When you hear these names, folks, frequent these businesses and let them know the folks at Heart of Ohio Sports sent you. Thanks to Rogers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Schcadet Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Reno's Pizza and Pasta, Sarah Risen Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin, Embroidery and Crafts by Buja, Buckeye IT, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Pyramid Recruiting Offices, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, and the Advertiser Tribune, all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Well, we're going to send it down to the field. You can catch the halftime performance. First, you've got the Hopewell-Loudon Marching Band. And then next you'll have the Tiffin Calvert Marching Band as well. So when we come back, we'll break down the first half of action and get you set for the second half. Once again, your score, 15-6, Hopewell-Loudon leading Tiffin Calvert. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stay right here. You're locked in on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
How are we doing, guys? My name is Joey Krajewski, co-host of the Over Under podcast on Heart of Ohio Sports. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you, guys.
Catch up on all the scores from the night before on the Saturday Scoreboard Show, live every Saturday at 9 a.m. on Heart of Ohio Sports. Hey, this is Nate Mullins here. You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Teamed up with Billy Ray Cyrus to bring us this favorite song. Here is Old Town Road. As we wind down to the end of our road trip, you may be feeling like you're a bit ready for a stretch. It's always nice to get out and move around some. Why not just crank the music and start dancing? Martha and the Vandellas would probably tell us to get out of the car and just play this song. Here is Dancing in the Street. Would like to thank the Calvert Band for sharing their field tonight. We would also like to thank the Hopewell-Loudon community for their continued support of the Chieftain Band. Thank you, and go Chieftains!
Mason Johnson. Got Harry Schultz, quarterback and center, not in that one, for the Calvert Senecas. Thanks again for coming on. Appreciate your time. So, you know, it's been quite a journey with you guys since we've started broadcasting. I mean, we've covered you guys with baseball. That was a lot of fun. That was a blast. And then now we're in a football season. So this has been kind of an up and down season for you guys. And now you're a little bit more up than down. And these last couple of games have been pretty fun. If you're a Calvert fan anyways, I mean, it can't be much fun for Buckeye local fans having a team come 3 hours away and just stomp you into a mud hole. So, but the defense has been playing lights out the last 2 weeks. But you guys have put up 95 points on offense. Now, Harry, is it Harry, Harrison? How do you like? What do you like to be called?
It
I've seen
matter, but
two different ways on the roster, so I want to make sure I get it right.
you can call me Harrison.
Harrison. I like that. Matthew, Harrison. It's kind of like the Matthew Stafford thing. Like, come on, distinguished. That's my name. I like it. So, Harrison, you guys put up a lot of points these last 2 weeks. Starting to get things rolling. The offense is starting to find its groove. What do you attribute that to? What do you think the most glaring reason for that success the last 2 weeks?
I think we just kind of, after that Margaretta game, obviously we know what happened there. We just kind of came together, knowing that we didn't want this feeling again, and just at practice, it starts on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then it goes into Friday. But obviously the line just creating space for our running backs and receivers, and obviously the coaches too. They're pushing us, putting in new plays and new stuff every week, and just having trust and just trusting each other in our decisions and just kind of working together.
That's the big key with any successful football team. You gotta have chemistry. You gotta work together. That's so important. I think that's something it doesn't show up in the stats.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's halftime performance.
That's something that I've
Tonight, the
noticed.
Calvert Marching Band is joined with our Calvert Alumni Band. Please welcome our students and alumni back on the field.
Talk about what kind of a bond you guys have.
Yeah,
Tonight, the band will be performing their Girl Boss Show under the direction of Mr. Brett Welly.
Lifting at school, and whether we're
We
just
will open
showing
with a
and hanging out and
disco
going to eat
theme
together, just
from
I
a
think
popular
this team, the
Swedish
chemistry
group,
that I felt this year
ABBA,
was
released
something I haven't felt like
as a single.
like a team
This
I've been a part
top
of my whole
song
life. So something special with us this year.
was
Feels
rated
awesome.
That's what I love.
very highly
So,
throughout
Mason,
many countries in the world
it's your job.
and
You
reached
set the
number
tone.
1 in the
We
U.S.
talk about the quarterback.
Here
being the
is
most important guy 'cause
ABBA's
he touches the ball.
Dancing
He
Queen.
literally touched the ball on every play. So it's important. That's a very important job. Talk about the chemistry between you and Harry this year. I mean, I've not seen any mishandled snaps. You guys done a great job so far this year in chemistry between the two of you. Is that something you guys work on every day in practice? Just making sure you're on the same page?
Yeah, we snap every day in practice, and we've been snapping for a while before, like preseason and stuff like that. But yeah, every day we snap quite a bit. Just running 2 plays and not running 2 plays. Just snap.
So this is your senior year, right? How long have you been playing football though?
I have been playing tackle football for like 6 years since I was in the year.
That's awesome.
I've actually never played center before until this year.
Really?
First year at center.
So it's an adjustment for you. What's that adjustment been like? Where'd you transition from? What position did you play last year?
Last year I was hurt, but I was supposed to play right guard.
Okay.
So it's a lot different because now I got to snap the ball back into somebody and block them.
Right.
So you got a lot more like plate, but you got to be more of a leader too and like help people out and tell them where they need to go if they're confused a little bit. But it's not too hard once you get it down.
So are you responsible for like line calls and stuff? You call out coverages, you call out what you see.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome. That's a hard job, man. I mean, I work with a guy, Tommy, who's a center. He played a lot of center during high school. You play center in high school? College. But I mean, he talks about it all the time, how important that position is. Now, did you play any defense?
No, I don't.
No defense. All right, that's fair. I mean, fair enough. You got to keep you healthy for the offensive side of the ball. Now, I feel like these last 2 weeks, the running game is really starting to find itself. Now, I noticed we were there for the Mohawk game. I was there personally for that one. And I was there for the Fremont St. Joe game. I was also there for the Gibsonburg game. Now, the difference between those 3 games, the Gibsonburg game, we just weren't able to get anything going in the trenches. Whereas the Mohawk game, the St. Joe game, I mean, you guys literally dominated the line of scrimmage from start to finish in both of those games. Has that been the mindset this last 2 weeks?
Before continuing tonight's
Honestly, at the
performance,
beginning of the year,
Mr. Welly and the
I have a
marching
freshman that
Senecas
plays
would
left
like to
guard,
thank our
second,
seniors
right
for their
guard,
time,
sophomore.
energy,
My
and
first year.
dedication they have put into the
Call these
marching
guys out. I mean,
band
they're great.
over the years.
I mean, to be playing
Please
as
join me
freshmen
in
and
thanking our
sophomores,
seniors. Noema
we
Galvin,
kind of like just the middle part of the line because like our 2 tackles are close.
Maddie Longo,
But our like middle part of our line just had to get
and
pressure
DJ
and double
Shirk.
teams and getting up to the backers and stuff. And like the last 2 weeks, we've really done well with
we
that.
continue
so
our
we've really
show
run the ball.
with a great hit, originally
And I noticed
recorded
that
by
Jacob
soul singer
has put up
Otis
some
Redding.
pretty gaudy numbers
Aretha
last
Franklin
season.
performed a cover of this tune, which would later become one of the best R&B songs of its era. We conclude tonight's
Well, I mean,
show
that
with
goes-
Aretha Franklin's
Lori's a great person.
Respect.
She's instilled a lot of great values in him, you know, so that family, I mean, that's synonymous with Calvert. So, anyways, let's talk a little bit about this game you got coming this week. So, tough matchup. Hopewell-Loudon coming into town. The last 2 times you guys have played these Chieftains, it has not been fun. How do you make it more fun this week? What do you do to set the tone for this game? Because I feel like the key to this one for you guys, if I'm an outsider looking in, you gotta get going. You gotta establish something early. And really come out and punch them in the mouth if you really want to. If you want to be serious about it, that's really what it's got to come down to. You gotta come out and set the tone. So how do you do that this week? What's the goal?
We really just got to be able to run the ball like, right away. The game's won in the trenches. We always say that. So we just got to run right away and start fast. We start slow sometimes. We got to start fast. Score goals.
Gary might not like that. You gotta run the ball. Sorry. I'm not gonna be slinging it all over this. But no, and as a quarterback, you know, you hear that word, gotta run the ball, gotta run. You know, how do you stay patient with this offense where sometimes it's 7 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 2 5 to the air, and then there's other games where you have to take a back seat to a guy like Jacob who's going to rush for 150 yards and 5 touchdowns. How do you stay patient within the game?
Just knowing that, I mean, obviously it starts the run game, like Mason said, and just knowing that coach is going
Ladies and gentlemen, the spirit of the Seneca Nation, the Calvert alumni and Calvert marching band.
Just keep it going until they come too far up and then just go right over the top of them. So and that's obviously, I'm not a selfish guy. If we're scoring, winning, you know, that.
That's right. That's what's important. Like, that's the most important thing. You guys have been on a tear. We talked about that a lot of points these last 2 weeks. But, you know, look at some of the other teams in the area. Hopewell being one of those teams. They got to you guys are right there neck and neck with each other for the overall lead. SBC River right now as far as passing. Now, what is your mentality going into this game? Obviously, you guys are more offensive guys, but what's the defense's mentality? How do they got to shut down Evan Priest this week?
I mean, our D-line's got to get pressure. We got to get to the quarterback. We got to make him uncomfortable. We got to make him uncomfortable in the pocket. And, I don't know, we just got to fly around and play physical football.
That's what I said. Just fly around, read your keys, no one behind you.
There you go.
Obviously, I get pressure too.
Do you guys ever go to your defense and say, hey guys, you know, go out there and give them some heck for us, cut us a
Ladies and
little slack
gentlemen,
here,
at this
let's take
time,
it a little
we
easy
have
for
entered
us
a
here."
favor of the track.
I mean, that defense is a
Jeremy
huge difference for the, you
winner
know,
of our
the offense when you don't
50-50.
have to be out there for so long and you're not on the field for over half the game, getting tired and wore out.
He will pull a card to find out how much money he wins
So,
tonight.
when you guys go into a big matchup like this, obviously it's backyard. That's what we like to call it. You guys are 10 minutes apart. Hopewell, Calvert, this is always the classic rivalry that we look forward to every single year. We circle this one on the calendar. How do you guys look at this matchup? Because obviously me
And Jeremy pulled a
I'm
jack of
looking at it
diamonds.
like, these two schools hate each other. They're going to battle. And this is a war. And I mean, you got to know some of those kids over there. Well, you got to have some friends over there. How do you guys approach this from like a player's perspective?
Oh, I mean, obviously I've known a lot of guys for over the years just playing in all types of sports and just knowing that when you beat them out, it's a good feeling, you know. It's, walking off that quarter field, just knowing you put that out, it tastes good in your mouth. So
Yeah, everything tastes better after a while, for sure. So, Mason, you taking over the center position this year, you know, it's got to be more of a
Congratulations,
leadership
Jeremy.
position, right?
Now
Being
at
a
this
senior, you were
time,
hurt last year, you didn't get to play much, but you were
it's
still
time to
on the
pull
team,
the
you're still
winners
there.
for the
Now,
7K
what
cash
is your
giveaway.
role now
We will
one of
have
the
5
leaders they
Calvert
look to on the team?
cheerleaders
Would you
pull
consider yourself a leader?
Yeah,
a raffle
I'd say
ticket out.
so.
All right. What do you do to
We
get the
will
guys hyped?
put them
What's
in
one of
an
the things that you
envelope.
do
The
before
first
game
one
to
will
get
be
these
for
guys ready?
$500. The second one for $500.
try
The
to
third
keep them
one,
focused all the
$1,000. The
time.
fourth one, $2,000. And the fifth one, $3,000.
Step on that field.
We will put them in an
Switch.
envelope, and at the end of the third quarter,
Like,
we will
just-
announce the
Like I
winners.
said, we try to play with heart and show that we like really, really care about the game, because we do. And you know, hopefully the younger guys pick it up and see like they implement it.
There you go. What do you do? I mean, obviously you're the kind of. All right, so this is another question, real quick. I'm gonna go off topic and then I'll try to remember to go back onto this topic. But you are a second generation quarterback here at Calvert. You took over for your brother, and your brother ran this offense for 3 years, and now it looks like you're going to be running this offense for 3 years as you took over as a sophomore. This is now your junior year. Now, expectations, obviously, that's something that you don't even think about. You're not worried about that. But it's got to be somewhere in the back of your mind, like, man, Jack set the bar high. I want to get higher. I want to be better. Is that a competition? You guys talk about this off the field at all? Like, is there a friendly rivalry going on, sibling rivalry going on there?
it's definitely a friendly rivalry.
You want to get better numbers at the end? You want to have them?
That'd be pretty sweet to have. You know, just some bragging rights at home.
There you go. There you go. It's always good to have bragging rights during Thanksgiving. You know, coming home, coming home saying, "Hey, who had more tutties though?" Right?
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of credit goes to my brother too. I mean,
that's right.
Ever since he kind of taught me the football grind, just the off season, hit the field, throw. Because when I was younger, I didn't really want to do that as much. I wasn't really involved. Obviously, I wasn't a starter yet. But he kind of got me into that mindset. Just you got to do off the field. And
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, remember the sophomore class is holding a bake sale
just teaching me
behind the
stuff
stand
every time we go
by
to
the
field,
concession
so,
stand,
yeah, just
as
huge
well
credit
as
to
the
him.
Alumni Association is handing out water
above
and
his bar, so-
popcorn.
Yeah, well, he set the bar pretty high, man. We call him the JYD, Junkyard Dog. He earned that nickname, that's for sure. We got to come up with one for him.
At this time, we'd like to thank our press box sponsors, Tiffin Paper Company and Adam Smith and Carmies.
You got to get him on that.
You're good right now. You're good.
All right. So, guys, I don't want to keep you any longer. It's getting a little dark out here, but I want to give you a chance to give a shout out. Mason, you got anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to talk about here before we go?
I'll shout out my whole line. So I got Colin McCarty, Lucas Recker, Cameron Bajet, and Cameron Moore. Great dudes, big strong dudes.
There's a reason why you've been able to run the ball. There's a lot of dudes on that line, man. All right, Harrison, what you got?
I'll shout out my quarterback coach, Coach Tyree.
There you go.
A lot of tips this year, a lot of stuff he's taught me, and especially when I'm down on myself, you know, telling me what to make the right play and what to do in tough situations. So big credit goes to him, and big shout out.
There you go. So shout out to the quarterback coach. Any other shout outs, guys, before we get out of here?
Coach Casserole, line coach.
There you go. Big time. All right, guys. I want to thank you guys both for coming on with me.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely appreciate your time today. You did great. Nothing to worry about. Easy peasy, right?
Yep.
Once again, we've been live here at Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Come on out and enjoy some of this great food anytime during the week. Check out their hours. Check them out on Facebook. Make sure, if you've made it this far in the video, give us a share. Share the video. Like, follow, subscribe on all the different platforms. I mean, let me rattle them off here. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify. Yeah, we can keep going. There's a bunch more. TikTok. Just anything you can think of. Search Heart of Ohio Sports. When you find it, give us a follow. We'd be very appreciative. All right, and we're back here. Frost County Stadium. Nate Mullins, Tommy Hall on the call. We've got Greg Kinn up here manning the ones and twos, keeping us live. We've got Eric Hall and Chelsea Mullins down on the sideline, manning the sideline aspect of things. And then we have 2 camera operators today. That's right, Bailey Mullins and Connor Roush on the cameras today. We've got a full crew and a full house here at Frost County Stadium. We're at halftime. Hopewell-Loudon leading 15-6 over Tiffin Calvert. You're tuned in here on the TPC Food Service halftime show. Tommy, we got about a minute to break that down. But, man, what an exciting first half if you're a Hopewell fan. But Calvert, they only had a couple chances to really get anything going there.
Absolutely, as that first 24 minutes of action was actually pretty much controlled by Hopewell-Loudon. Hopewell-Loudon were able to get an early stop early on, came out for their first drive, and self-inflicted wound interception by young Creas gave the ball back to the Senecas, and Harry Schultz from 2 yards out was able to get a touchdown off of that interception. And then after that, the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains, they just took control offensively. Touchdown by Braylon Martinez from a yard out, and then that second quarter from the get all the way into about a minute or so, a little bit over a minute or two left in the first half. Hopewell-Loudon more of the same. Another touchdown by Braylon Martinez to put the Chieftains up 15-6 at the half.
And that's where we stand as Tiffin Calvert kicks off to start the second half here at Frost County Stadium. Brought back to the 35, to the 40. Adam Crease on the return, and he is brought down right at the 40-yard line.
Could have been a disastrous start to this second half for the Senecas.
It was really close to being breakaway there.
As the special teams tonight, that's been an interesting thing to keep an eye on, as there's been a few times where Hopewell-Loudon, well, not so much Hopewell-Loudon, but the Tiffin Calvert Senecas special teams have been able to get themselves in great field position to start drives. They just got to be able to finish them now.
1st and 10, ball at the 40-yard line. Chieftains have it. Evan Crease back to pass, pressured, slings it over the middle, and it's complete. He's got his man, and that is a first down reception into Seneca territory down to the 40-yard line. And I tell you what, he took a hit at the end of that one. Blake Barrier on the reception, and he is, no, actually, that is Braylon Martinez, actually. Martinez took a hit right in the back after he came down with that catch, and he is, he's taking a moment.
Well, the Chieftains, we talk about how explosive this offense is. To start the second half, huge reception to Martinez, but going into that half, you talked about how the Senecas haven't been able to get anything going offensively, and by that stat comparison, Hopewell-Loudon in that first half alone, 201 yards of total offense compared to 82 yards of Calvert.
They really, the time of possession, I think, was key for Hopewell-Loudon in that first half, as they just absolutely smothered
time of possession for Hopewell-Loudon in that first half. 15 minutes and 30 seconds. The Seneca, 7 minutes and 55.
Yeah, doubled them up.
That's the difference here, folks.
Doubled them up right there. When you got a high-powered offense, keep them off the field, and that's exactly what Hopewell-Loudon has done here in the early going. Braylon Martinez able to come off the field on his own power. That's good to see. And the Chieftains will have it at the Seneca's 40-yard line after that 20-yard gain.
Creas, after that huge reception coming into this half, 108 yards already on the night.
Handoff off the left side. This time on the carry, number 25. First time we've seen him tonight. That is Braden Brickman. Another sophomore running back, 5'10", 150 pounds. They just pump him out over there, Tommy.
Yeah.
Of course, we have not seen Hayden Welly tonight, and that's because he's not playing tonight. He is not dressed for tonight's game, so Braylon Martinez takes the starting running back duties. And now, once again, handoff, Brickman on the carry, and he's got it up to the 30-yard line, but a flag flies in at the end of the play, and we'll have to see what the call is here, as this looks to be in the area of holding. I believe that's what the call looks like. There's some spooky stuff going on with our scoreboard, Greggy.
I haven't really figured out what the deal is with that yet.
It looks spooky.
I mean, it's just like a...
It's the Halloween thing,
It's a graphic, man. It's made to look like flames or something.
That's right.
Chieftains come back. We hope that you come back for the fallout of Week 9 tomorrow morning right here on Heart of Ohio Sports for the Saturday scoreboard.
That's right.
Going around the area, recapping all the scores from Friday night with a panel of media experts that you'll find it like nowhere else.
Guess who I've got on tomorrow morning?
Who's
Tom?
that?
Our good buddy, Zach Baker.
Oh, man. Talk about a walking encyclopedia.
Crease slings it out right side. That's complete to Crease. And Adam Crease gets it up to about the 38-yard line.
Did that feel weird saying that?
Crease slings it out. Crease on the reception. From crease to crease. We're not talking about my pants here. Third down and 8.
A huge third down play. Is there a flag on the field?
And I'm not sure. I don't believe so. We'll send it down to our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, after this play, just to get his perspective on things. Crease slings it out. And they set up a wide receiver screen, and Braylon Martinez is out into the open field to the 10, to the 5, and he reaches, extends, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Braylon Martinez.
And comes right back again, gets right back to work, and continues now to extend this lead. Watch right here, Martinez. You thought the Senecas had them dead to rights, but Martinez able just to find the little sliver of open room, cuts it to the outside, and gets the Chieftains in the end zone. And now the Chieftains have a chance
to make this a 3-score game here. Crease rolls to his right, rolling, slings it, and it is incomplete as he just had to get rid of that one before he went out of bounds. Nice job there by the Calvert defense as they stand tall.
Well, on the same,
a 15-point ball game.
On the same note, though, 21 unanswered points by the Chieftains here to extend this lead, and the Senecas really got to get something going offensively as they were gifted the points off the turnovers after Hopewell-Loudon made a mistake early on, but they haven't had a misstep since, Nate. And I mean, outside little ticky-tacky fouls and penalties, but pretty clean game for the most part by Coach Kaj and his Chieftain squad.
Or when you talk about gifted, Tommy, when you're looking for a gift for that special someone, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go?
Oh, I can think of only one person.
You got to go see Brian. Stop in and see Brian and his wonderful staff today at Rogers Flowers. Grab something special for that someone special in your life. Rogers Flowers is truly your one-stop destination for all of your special occasion needs, folks. I'm telling you, they have a great Swan Creek candle selection. If you have not seen their candle selection, you have got to stop down and check it out. It is extensive. Let me tell you that.
Calvert may be in need of a new candle as they're burning the candle at both ends, allowing this 21-point lead or this 21 unanswered points to smother the Senecas here.
Kickoff return fielded at the 20-yard line. Run back on the return, and he's going to bring it back to about the 36-yard line. They'll mark him down there, and that's where Tiffin Calvert will take over. That Hopewell possession only took up about 2.5 minutes, but they were able to punch it in for 6 there, Tommy, on the 38-yard wide receiver screen to Braylon Martinez.
Well, the way this Chieftain offense is rolling with 9:32 remaining here in the third quarter, you can't allow this thing to turn into a shootout, and you can't continue to keep playing catch up and cutting away at the deficit. Yeah, get yourself right back in this and change the complexion.
4 receivers set here. Senecas in the shotgun. Harrison Schultz back to pass. Looking, slings it out left side, completes it. Jacob run back on the reception. He's got it up to the 45-yard line, 2 yards shy of the first down marker.
And Schultz, he has weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Give these guys a chance to make a play in open space. Those second chance yards become all that much more important when you're fighting for every one of them against a stout Chieftain defense.
I think that's what you're seeing here. You know, they're trying to find ways to get the weapons for Harrison Schultz out in open space, and that's why you see Jacob run back as a receiving option more often now. Shotgun set, run back now. This time he's going to take the handoff. No, they're going to fake it. Now pitch out to Warnament. Nice little option play as Schultz did a nice job on the fake. And then with the pitch out to Warnament, they pick up the first down and inside Chieftain territory down to the 40-yard line.
The classics never go out of style.
That's right.
That's one thing I've always kind of noted about this Seneca's offense is you see a lot of boot and you see a lot of rollout from Schultz. Where's the option keeper in those situations? Like, could you imagine Schultz's development if they decided to be like a run option squad as well?
A handoff up the middle as Cal Warnament on the carry gets it up to about the 35-yard line. Score update from Columbian and Perkins as the Pirates leading Tiffin Columbian 21-7. That game in the third quarter now. And that one pretty much to determine the SBC Lake champion. Tornadoes need to come up with something there. Shotgun set. Schultz. Handoff. Run back. And he is brought down behind the line. Big number 70, Will Nutter, coming up with the stop behind the line of scrimmage. Of course, head coach Jeremy Nutter. That's his youngest son, Will. 6'3", 230-pound sophomore. I think he's one of the leaders in the SBC River as far as sacks are concerned.
Sophomore.
Yeah.
I know he had room to grow.
Schultz back to pass, slings it down the left sideline, run back on the reception to the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiffin Calvert. What a catch by Jacob Rumback over the defender.
Just finding Rombach here. Talk about a shot in the arm. Look here, Calvert needing to put points on the board. Schultz rears back, finds Rombach on the sideline.
Yeah,
finds pay dirt, man.
Yeah, Braden Brickman just got picked on as Harrison Schultz slung it right over his head, and Jacob Rumback comes down with it. And now the Senecas with a chance here with the 2-point to bring this within a 7-point game.
In an instant, we talked about this instant offense of the Senecas. They can get you back in a hurry.
They fake it to Rumback, and Schultz is going to keep it, and he's going to be shut down.
If he could have just turned that up
right before he gets to the goal line.
Overextended himself trying to continue to play. It's easy to say from up here, but man, when you get those dogs chasing after you.
21-12 is your score, so still a 2-possession ball game as Tiffin Calvert trying to claw their way back into this one, Tommy. 7:21 left to play here in the third quarter.
And the Senecas haven't had a stop defensively since the first quarter. You see it live in your living room, folks. Chelsea Mullins there on the sideline. Give me the up-close and personal view. It's Connor Roush and Bailey Mullins. Give me the bird's eye view.
Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as he is down on the sidelines now with Chelsea Mullins. Eric, after that touchdown drive, man, there was a lot of energy down there on the sideline. That was a big play. You got a good look at that one. You ever seen a guy moss somebody like that up close and personal?
Man, it's fun watching from down here. That Hopewell team is imposing their will, but
that return takes a skip and a jump. As Crease tries to make a huge return there.
Down by number 2, Dylan Stevens.
Dylan Stevens there on the stop. Yeah, that's going to continue to add on to the energy down there on the sideline, Eric.
Yeah, that was big stop there on the return. We'll send it down to Eric here in just a moment. 7:17 left to play. Hopewell-Loudon takes over on their own 34-yard line.
Go ahead.
Evan Crease in the pistol formation. Takes the snap. Handoff. Martinez. Boy, he does a really good job, Tommy, of getting sideways in the hole. You know, he's probably one of the best runners I've seen at running sideways, because literally a little jump cut, and he loves to take that defender and just kind of olay him right past him.
A guy his size, you know, it's like pouring smoke through a keyhole. He's going to find a way through. And Senecas have not had an answer for that.
Hand off to Martinez once again.
And follow that huge counter. Turf Monster might have got him there.
Yeah. That will be enough for a first down as they move it to the 45-yard line.
Another thing that a great ground game gives you is the ability to control the tempo and grind that clock out. You've been able to establish yourself a nice little lead here. The Chieftains continue to get yards, so just run it down the throat. No hocus pocus, just all focus here.
Evan Crease looking for a man down the field. He's got a man, but it's broken up. And I'll tell you what, Lee Morgan is a little bit upset at himself because he had both hands on that one, Tommy. Lee Morgan sounds like one of those guys you'd meet in Red Dead Redemption, don't he?
I was about to say, yeah. Yeah, there he's got a couple good.
The name's Morgan Lee.
Couple sad songs.
Yeah, right. Ball at the 45-yard line, 2nd and 10. Hand off to Martinez. He finds his way up the middle, and he is hit and dropped right at midfield. And he's going to take a moment to collect himself after that one. Yeah. Was that Will Kurtz coming up to fill that hole?
Billy Klaus with a huge hit there.
Gage Herring. Was that Billy Klaus?
Yes.
Woo-hoo.
As we talk about a little Klaus deconstruction there. Just runs into some heavy equipment on that one.
Yeah, Billy has no problem wrecking people because he knows the guy.
Man in motion. Crease back to pass. Looking over the middle. And he's going to be brought down from behind for a sack.
You talk about needing a huge stop. 3rd and 5. Anthony Felter.
Big stop by the senior. And that'll bring out the punt unit.
Yeah, I thought Hopewell-Loudon was just decorating for Halloween, but that punter now takes the cobwebs off. He's going to line up for a first punt of the night for them?
No, they did have a 1-yard punt earlier, remember?
Oh, yeah. That was spooky.
This one hits down at the 20, and it'll take a friendly Hopewell-Loudon roll all the way inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. But first touch, first touch happened at the 15-yard line by a Hopewell-Loudon
more than a touch
receiving unit or return unit. Let's take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for bringing you tonight's ball game. Thanks to Rogers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Scudette Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore, Simon Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Reno's Pizza and Pasta, Sarah Risen, Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin. And we'll get to you more after this. As Tiffin Calvert lines up in the shotgun. 2 receivers on the near side of the field. They bring a man in motion. Handoff. Warneman off the right side. He's got some running room. He's up to the 25 and out of bounds past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cal Warneman on the run.
Remaining here in the third quarter, Nate. A chance for Calvert to get their head above water.
That's right.
And start dog paddling in this fight against the Chieftains.
We give a huge shout out and a thank you to the rest of our sponsors: Embroidery and Crafts by Buja, Buckeye IT, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Pyramid Recruiting Offices, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, and the Advertiser Tribune. Three receiver set here for Calvert. Schultz slings it over the middle. It's complete. He's got a man, and he's got the first down up past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch to Carter Wolf as he just settled down in a soft spot in the zone there, Tommy, and showed himself to the quarterback.
Schultz, once again, silver bullet to Wolf. Huge reception to move the chains here from Frost Canoff Stadium. Schultz gonna get back into the gun. He's got 3 wide on his left.
Schultz unloads it down the field. He's got a man, Lee Morgan. Oh, unable to make the catch as Gavin Jordan on the coverage down the field. But, boy, they dialed it up, Tommy. They're not afraid to go deep to these big receivers. You talk about social media. That's buzzing about these Calvert Senecas.
Quite the ride they've had here at home.
They are the talk of the town.
And the Seneca contingent out in droves here tonight as the Senecas down 11 points.
Schultz rolls to his left. And he's going to run it himself, and he is going to be brought down behind the line, back at the 36-yard line.
Well, it started to shape itself as a nice drive for the Senecas.
Mason Reinhardt coming up to make the stop.
Quickly turning bowling shoe ugly here on a huge 3rd and 12. Starting to turn ugly. Perkins on top of Columbian, 24-7. As the Pirates all over the Tornadoes in that one. Tough road test for the Tornadoes. Came back down 14 points against Bellevue to win that one.
Schultz
needing more of the same.
Unloads down the field into triple coverage, and it's incomplete, but man, they could not wait till the ball got there before they start pushing each other around.
Yeah, again, I was going to say, like a mosh pit.
Yeah.
In the ping pong.
Looked like they were just playing jackpot down there. We'll see what the call is. It is indeed pass interference against Hopewell-Loudon. Of course, that is not a spot foul at the high school level, just a 15-yard penalty, and it is not an automatic first down, but the yardage gives them enough to convert the first down. Inside Chieftain territory, they'll mark the ball at the 48-yard line.
Again, that pinball on the receiver causes the Pinball Wizards to give up a huge, what would have been a 3rd and 12 situation. And now a fresh set of downs for the Senecas.
Schultz in the shotgun. Handoff, ornament. No, he's going to keep it. Nice fake there by Schultz. Boy, he really kept it in there and pulled it out at the last second. Fooled most of the defense and myself.
That's what I said. Schultz, as his maturation continues, I mean, the Magic Man himself, just a little Harry Houdini action.
That's his nickname, isn't it? The Magic Man. We had the Junkyard Dog. And now this is the Magic Man. I like it.
Harry Houdini.
We told him we had to find him a nickname. Now it's Harry Houdini, the Magic Man.
Sorry, I got lost in counter shot there. I was following Coach Reeser. I was like, man, such a good shot.
Sling it out left side, complete. Billy Klaus bounces off a tackle, keeps his feet moving, and inside, down to the 30-yard line, Billy Klaus. Boy, he really just absolutely manhandled the coverage there, Tommy. He bullied his way to that first down.
Senecas, I'm telling you, this is a blue-collar drive if I've ever seen one, trying to dig themselves out of that hole that they found themselves in early as Chieftains. 21 answered points here. Seneca's able to answer back on their last drive. Now looking to do the same to cut this deficit.
1st and 10, Harrison Schultz, pump fake. Now throws it deep into the end zone. Rumback is the guy in the end zone, but it's intercepted. Braylon Martinez comes up with the interception, and they're going to say it's a touchback, but hang on. Some discussion here between the referees.
Now, he's clearly in, though.
He definitely was in. So that pass intended for Jacob Rumback is going to be intercepted. And man, Braylon Martinez comes up with the interception, and he is just all over the field.
Martinez is just he's been the X factor here tonight. He really has been.
So that'll put the ball at the 20-yard line. The Chieftains will have possession. Boy, Tommy, they used up a lot of clock on that drive and unable to get the ball into the end zone, unable to score any points at all on that one. Now they give the ball back to the Chieftains with 2:22 left here in the third quarter. Evan Crease, handoff, Braylon Martinez off the left side, and the defense comes up to make the stop after about a 3-yard gain.
And the Chieftains were about looks like there's a little bit of laundry on the field.
A little chop block action here. Don't see that called very often because you really got to be, it's got to be egregious pretty much to be called because you see a lot, there's cut blocks. That's allowed. We saw a lot of that in Margaretta and Gibsonburg a couple weeks ago. But,
depending on your attitude towards the game, I mean, it's kind of been something that's left to the wayside, has been phased out. But, in some respects, you have a lot of pass protection sets that have cut blocks involved. But, I mean, if you're just going to go up and clip a guy's knees out, that's a different story.
Well, I think a lot of it is just they don't want somebody to engage high and then go low, or they don't want the double team block where you have one guy go high, one guy go low. That's the thing they're trying to really eliminate. So if you just go straight for his knees and go straight down as soon as the ball snapped, that's cut block. They're legal. Crease rolls to his left, gets it out. It's caught by Adam Crease on the deflection. It's picked off.
Our sideline cam caught that one.
They're going to say that was incomplete, but our sideline cam saw it was definitely an interception by Tiffin Calvert.
Let's see if we can look at that one again.
We're going to have to watch that one again, guys, because that was pretty.
I was standing right there, Nate. That looked like it was a catch.
It never touched the ground. It never touched the ground.
Wow.
Oh, that was a heartbreaker for Tiffin Calvert right there. They're going to rule that an incomplete pass. Oh. They hand off Braylon Martinez on the carry, and he has stood up and stopped after about a 1-yard gain up to the 11-yard line. Eric, you got a good view at that, man. Like, come on, give us the inside scoop. That was a catch, right?
Yeah, I was away from that. That was definitely a catch. That did not hit the ground.
Well, still, the Calvert defense afforded the chance to get bailed out here on a huge 3rd and 19. And normally, again, you're kind of licking your chops, pinning your ears back, and you got the Chieftains in the shadow of their own goalposts on the 11. You're still worried. That's how effective this offense is.
Martinez on the carry, and he gets it up past the 15 to the 16-yard line.
I should say Martinez in most instances.
And that will bring up 4th down. So the Chieftains elect to play it safe there on 3rd and long. Called the delayed handoff, and now they have the punt unit onto the field. So not able to take advantage of the points or of the turnover there, Tommy, as they're going to have to punt the ball away now. A low snap. Punter picks it up off the ground and gets it away. And Schumacher snags it. Never went down, but they called him down. Wow. Somebody got to take that guy's whistle away because he calls it way too soon. That looked pretty good to me. I don't know. It looked like he was still on his feet. I don't think he ever went down. That's the frustrating part.
And chasing a 9-point lead, and in those instances, as time starts to become a factor, Can't leave this one in the hands of the officials.
That's right. You got to take over.
Yep, again, you made a huge, huge stop. After you were able to convert off a turnover earlier in the game, Hopewell-Loudon comes up empty-handed. Make them pay for that.
4 receivers set. Harrison Schultz rolls to his left.
I don't like that.
Looks across the field, slings it down the field. It's incomplete, looking for Lee Morgan, as they had Braden Brickman on the coverage.
And passes like that, you either have a lot of trust or a vendetta against your receiver.
That's one way to put it. Ball at the 48-yard line. 2nd down and 10 now for Tiffin Calvert. 29 seconds left here in the third quarter. Hopewell-Loudon leading 21-12 over the Senecas. Shotgun set. 3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. Harrison Schultz rolls to his left, rolling. Looking, slings it out, and he's just going to throw that one away. Finds his quarterback coach on the sideline and says, "Here, coach, I got a ball for you."
Talk about narrowing in on 1,500 yards passing, but then you talk about those attempts. Then when you see the other side of those completions, 2 attempts, might be a little jarring, but that's what we're seeing here. These Senecas are not afraid to sling it.
Oh, no, not at all.
They know that they can get instant offense in a heartbeat, and that's been one of the reasons why they've been able to hang in there tough against a ranked opponent like Hopewell-Loudon.
Looks like Calvert's going to take a timeout here.
A timeout called by Tiffin Calvert. 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. We'll take this time to thank our sponsors.
And we want to thank Rogers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Scarrat Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore, Steinmetz Sign and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Reno's Pizza and Pasta, Sarah Risen, Century 21 Bolt and Tiffin, Embroidery and Crafts by Busa, Buckeye IT, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Pyramid Recruiting Offices, Lee's Famous Recipe, and the Advertiser Tribune, all proud sponsors bringing you high school football right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Like, subscribe to our YouTube page. And a huge 3rd and 10 for the Senecas, chasing this 9-point lead of the Chieftains. 22 seconds here as Schultz in the gun pulls up.
And it is incomplete as he's looking over the middle, trying to find Lee Morgan, but just overshoots his intended receiver there. And that'll bring up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt here, Tommy. So they were not able to get anything going on that drive as they go 3 and out here.
Back-to-back drives by the Senecas. And the Chieftains, you're going to start running out of chances against this stout Chieftain squad as, again, if they're going to continue to give you those opportunities, they're going to be few and far between.
Jacob Rumback gets the punt away. It's down at the 25. It's going to roll and roll and roll all the way down to the 10, inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. John Schumacher downs the punt at the 10. And that's where Hopewell-Loudon will take over with their next possession. We've got 6 seconds left here in the third quarter. We take this time to tell you about my friends at First National Bank of Sycamore. They're uniquely rooted in our communities, proudly serving their customers since 1919. They have locations in Sycamore, Tiffin, New Riegel, and McCutcheonsville. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Of course, if you're watching this tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, you're most likely watching it at Champs Barbershop. Give a huge shout out to Randy and the staff there at Champs. Hand off to Braylon Martinez, and he's stopped after about a 2-yard gain. Of course, Champs is that place where you go when you need to look good. Am I right? You just don't trust your looks to anybody, right? Come on, Greg. You know.
Oh, yeah.
You know. You go there.
I give Randy a call anytime I start getting too tall for my hair.
Well, we got to take a commercial break here.
All right, that's the end of the third quarter with your score 21-12. Hopewell leading Tiffin Calvert. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stay right here. You're locked in on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
How are we doing, guys? My name is Joey Krajewski, co-host of the Over Under podcast on Heart of Ohio Sports. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you, guys.
Catch up on all the scores from the night before on the Saturday Scoreboard Show, live every Saturday at 9 a.m. on Heart of Ohio Sports. Hey, this is Nate Mullins here. You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. All right, and we're back here for Ross Cownow Stadium. Nate Mullins, Tommy Hall on the call up here in the press box. We've got Greg Kinn up here with us, manning the cameras and manning the ones and twos, keeping us live here. Bailey Mullins and Connor Roush on our cameras today. That's right, we've got two main cams. We also have a sideline cam. That's Chelsea Mullins running the camera down there, as well as Eric Hall, our sideline reporter. 2nd down and 7. Martinez on the carry, and he stood up and stopped right about the 18-yard line.
Oh, that's a good 4 or 5 yard pickup there.
Yeah.
Should bring up about 32 now.
3rd and a short 2 coming up here.
3rd and a baby's toe.
Tornadoes able to put some points on the board, now trailing just 24-13. That game in the 4th quarter now.
We're seeing how hard it is just not up a 9-point lead.
Yeah. Oh, look at this one. Upper leading carry, 14-12 in the 3rd quarter.
Wow.
We wanted to be there.
That's what happens when you don't let us come.
That's exactly what happens. Carrie, we wanted to be there, but your AD didn't want us there. So
man, Martinez is able to convert though. That clock continues to roll.
And with that, another fresh set of downs for the Chieftains, and we are inside of 11 minutes to play here in the ball game. Chieftains lead by 9, and they have possession, and they are just looking to milk this one out for as long as they can here, Tommy. Let's see how long this drive goes for. Martinez on the carry, picks up about 3 up to the 24-yard line. Seneca East leading Winford 26-19. Of course, we're looking around the area at our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard. Gibsonburg leading Fremont St. Joe 56-0. Colonel Crawford all over Mohawk 34-6 at halftime.
Wonder how many yards Connor Smith's going to get.
I was just about to think the same thing. Let's see here. Clyde leading Norwalk 35-21. That game now in the 3rd quarter. Bellevue leading Sandusky 28-14 in the 3rd. Handoff, Martinez shakes a tackle.
Just able to squirt right through
He
again.
does.
And that's what's unique about Martinez is normally a back like that, a little undersized, you might think is a little one-dimensional because, again, that they're meant to get out in open space or they're able to create little windows to squeak through. But this guy's yards after contact is also impressive.
Oh, for sure. 3rd down and 4. Evan Crease back to pass. And
Chase out of the
Going
pocket.
to get a hold call on the play. There's a little bit of a shovel pass there as Crease gets it to his receiver, but that's going to be all for naught as this one's coming back. It's going to be a hold against the offense, and that one will be right at the 20-yard line. So the infraction will push that one back to the 10. So you're going to look at 3rd and about 21 coming up here for the Chieftains. So that is just what the doctor ordered there if you're Tiffin Calvert, because, boy, they needed a stop there, and they still got to come up with one. It's still 3rd and 21, but, I mean.
This is the most, we talk about these money downs, and you hear the Shane O'Mac music that plays. There hasn't been a more imperative 3rd down situation that Calvert has faced all season. Of course, there's no play more important than the one you're in, but this play especially. 3rd and 21, 9:19 remaining, chasing a 9-point lead with 9:19 remaining here from Frost Cow now.
Lots of nines.
You got to get a stop here.
They bring the blitz. Martinez bounces off a couple of tacklers, but he's not going to get much as he gets it up to the 15, and that is it.
It gives you room to kick it.
And that'll bring out the punt unit. We've already seen a 1-yard punt here tonight, but since then, he's actually had a couple of pretty decent punts.
I set the bar high there, Nate.
Back deep to punt, number 18. That's Luca San Gregory.
High snap.
And gets his leg into this one. This one's a high booming punt fielded at the 45-yard line. John Schumacher on the return to the 40. Breaks a tackle down to the 35-yard line.
Heck of a
10-yard return there by John Schumacher and sets the Senecas up inside Chieftain territory at the 35-yard line.
And Schumacher, he's just a one-man show out there in special teams as you see him out in open space, making plays and setting up the Senecas with great field position. And I sound like a broken record because, again, we talk about finishing these drives. It's a completely different ball game if you're able to complete drives, especially when you have the ball past midfield to start.
We'll send it down to our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, after this play. Well, actually, hey, we can go ahead and send it down to you now, Eric. You know, one thing I got to ask you about, John Schumacher's made a couple of nice plays here tonight. But as I look down on the field, boy, he doesn't look like the most imposing guy as he stands down there. How big is he in person? I mean, the kid plays bigger than his size for sure.
Oh, yeah, he certainly does, man.
So what's your impression right now? I mean, you got 8:35 left in the ball game, 9-point ball game here for Tiffin Calvert. What do they need to do here?
They just need to keep doing what they're doing. They're keeping the energy up down here now that we're getting a little closer to the end of the game here. And these sidelines are really starting to bring some more energy now.
So what do you think the key is for them here on this drive? Like, what's the one thing they've got to focus on here?
I'm sorry, Nate. I'm having trouble hearing you over the band.
Oh, that's all right. What do you think that one thing is they got to focus on here right now? What's the one thing for this drive that's really the key?
Well, I heard Seneca Sioux saying it earlier, 10 at a time. We just need to drive and get first downs. We don't need to get it all at once.
That's a good point.
So I think right now they just need to focus on getting those first downs and move these chains and get in the end zone right here.
Schultz slings it across the middle, complete to Lee Morgan. Excellent breakdown there, Eric, as the Senecas get it down to the 26-yard line, close to the first down, but just short. It'll be 2nd down and 1. And that's what you do right there, Tommy. Take what the defense gives you.
I like that 10 at a time mentality.
Yeah. Great call there. Seneca Sioux always.
Well, they got 9 of them right there.
Bringing the energy. 4 receivers set here for the Senecas. 1 man in the backfield. Harrison Schultz, handoff. Jacob Rumback. Left side, not a lot of running room there. Boy, that defense was right there.
Gonna sit down on a chieftain there.
There goes big number 63 coming in to make the stop, Alex Steinhauser. Also in on the play, Will Nutter.
You got to have a little more sense of urgency if you're the Senecas here.
Yeah.
You haven't long sustained drives by the Chieftains has eaten up plenty of clock.
3rd down and 2. Schultz slings it right side, and that's complete. He's got his man Lee Morgan, and Morgan has the reception, and he has the first down up to the 22-yard line.
Man, imagine if that touch rule wasn't implemented. In
Oh. So Senecas get a first down. That's key for them, man. They've had some trouble with keeping these drives alive here in the second half. Gifted great field position on this one here. Schultz Little delayed handoff, run back up the middle.
Matt, right at the line.
And I tell you, there's not a whole lot of running room in the middle of that offensive line. And that's one thing we said. One of the keys to the game, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, of course, your keys to the game sponsor. Got to control the trenches, Tommy. And, man, this Hopewell defensive line, that's easier said than done with these big boys.
Well, Seneca's, they continue to work their offense, trying to limit the possessions for the Chieftains here, taking their time here in the fourth
Second and
quarter.
10, Schultz slings it over the middle, complete. Billy Klaus at the 10, bowls over a defender inside the 10.
And he had the ball in his hand.
To the 7-yard line.
He had the ball in his hands.
Jeez.
He had the ball in his hands. He just pushed the sled.
First down, Tiffin Calvert. Ball at the 6-yard line. 6 minutes and 3 seconds left in the ball game. Hopewell leading by 9. Seneca's with the possession. Trying to get the hard count. Now Schultz going to keep it himself up the middle. No running room there, though. Defense was right there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second down and goal.
And that's a tremendous job by the interior of that defense. As you saw the linebacker there, he just kind of went into a QB spy-like situation there, Nate. And in that situation, when the QB decides to tuck it and run, it was a nice job by that interior defensive front to get that pressure and also come up with a huge stop.
Down to 5 minutes and 15 seconds left. They bring a man in motion. Handoff, Cal Warnament trying to find some running room. And he is going to be shut down right at the 3-yard line. But they're not even going to give him the 3. They're going to say the 4-yard line. It looked like he made it a little closer than that.
They might have stopped his forward progress back a little bit.
So a 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. And this Seneca's offense has been stalled out here as they get inside the 10. Big 3rd down here. Even if you can't get the touchdown, you got to get it close. Schultz looking, slings it into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Tiffin Calvert. Carter Wolf comes down with it right over the middle for a 3-yard touchdown pass from Harrison Schultz to Carter Wolf.
You see right here on this huge touchdown reception, 3rd and 4, everything on the line. Schultz in the gun, finds his receiver, the Wolf of Madison Street, comes up with it for a huge Calvert touchdown.
Love it. And now the offense stays on the field for this 2-point conversion. Man in motion. Schultz rolls to his right, now rolls back to his left. Now he chucks it up into the end zone, and that one's incomplete as he was being chased in the backfield. Big number 52, Eric Hostler, applying the pressure there.
Man, this one is coming down to the wire.
21-18 is your score. 4:31 left to play here in the ball game, and wow, Perkins just adds to their lead now. 31-14 is your score in that game in the fourth quarter.
Man, that's a hard stretch of road games for the Tiffin Columbian when you go through Clyde and Bellevue, and then you got Perkins. I mean, that's a tough gauntlet of opponents to go through, but you still only have that one blemish on the season. You're sitting pretty nice in your ranking, but again, tonight was definitely the difference between an SBC Lake Championship and number 1 seeding in the playoff. But your chances to host one are still in are almost a given still. Did you ride in on Charlie's horse?
I guess so. Cramped up.
Charlie's horse.
I'm not even out there running around, and I'm cramping up here. What the hell? 4:31 left here in the ball game. 3-point game. And Seneca's will kick it off.
Is that
And this is going to roll all the
touchback.
way into the end zone for a touchback. Boy, I'll tell you what, they they played with the devil on that one. The return unit, the coverage unit, rather, almost came down and covered the ball.
Well, here's the drive. If you're the Chieftains, you know how your offense's tempo is and how you've been able to establish it, but you can't get too concerned, especially, you've allowed the Senecas to essentially get back in this one, Nate, but you can't deter of what got you here.
That's right.
You can't just turn your head after a few stops.
Handoff, Martinez. And he is stopped after just a 3-yard, actually just a 2-yard gain, up to the 22-yard line.
And that's where this drive is going to become so important, is you can't be allowing these 3rd and 4 situation.
That's right.
These short and distance situations will kill the Seneca's chances of getting the ball back and getting back in this one. As you see it there on your screen, folks. 4 minutes and rolling here in the fourth quarter and game from Frost Gallnow Stadium.
2nd down and 8. Handoff, Martinez up the middle, and the defense does a nice job once again coming up with the stop right at the 25-yard line.
Calvert, they had the first lead of this game, and the Chieftains hadn't looked back. 21 unanswered points at one point for the Chieftains. Then the Senecas, 12 unanswered, getting them right back in this one, 21-18. As you see on the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard.
3 receivers set. They bring a man in motion. 3rd and 5. Crease slings it over the middle, and it is complete. He's got his man, Blake Barrier, who's got the first down up to the 35-yard line, and that is a key first down conversion.
Yeah, I think young Lee was kind of in the pursuit and the ball hawking mode, as opposed to just breaking that one up.
Senecas only have 1 timeout remaining to stop the clock. And we are inside of 3 minutes to play here. 2:52 left in the ball game. Chieftains just need one more first down to close this one out. Crease, handoff, Martinez trying to find some running room, bounces off a tackler. And a nice open field tackle there, as I believe that was Jacob Rumback. Yep. Jacob Rumback comes up to make the stop.
Yeah, that was a huge 5-yard run.
And the Senecas will take their final timeout of the ball game. It comes at the 2:24 mark here in the fourth quarter. Ball at the 40-yard line. Give a huge shout out to all of our sponsors once again for bringing you tonight's ball game. Thanks to Rogers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Reno's Pizza and Pasta, Sarah Risen Century 21 Bolte and Tiffin, Embroidery and Crafts by Buja, Buckeye IT, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Pyramid Recruiting Offices, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, and the Advertiser Tribune. All proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And we talk about Pyramid Recruiting Offices. Guys, if you're looking for a job, you're looking for a career, look no further. Pyramid Recruiting Offices is a full-service employment agency that has their roots firmly planted in the Tiffin community. Having worked together for over 30 years now, Sue and Diane have a mission, and that is helping great people find great jobs. Give them a call today, 419-447-0455. 2nd down and 5. Evan Crease looks at the play sheet, has the play call. Handoff, Martinez bounces off a couple of tacklers.
Why are you trying to strip it? Make the
stop. He's going to be down right at the 44-yard line, 1 yard shy of the first down.
You're right, Tommy. There's more than one way to get the ball back.
That's
right. Get a stop here.
That is right.
Well, Senecas, you almost have no choice but to call the dogs here.
Yeah.
Pin your ears back and get after it.
Time is not on your side here anymore.
No, not at all. Down inside of 2 minutes to play here in the ball game.
This is it right here. Huge 3rd and 1 situation for the Senecas.
Crease. No, that
delayed
mixed-
handoff.
Was that a what happened? I want to see that replay because that looked like either it was a botched handoff or that was a Statue of Liberty play.
Let's see if we caught that one there. Let's take a look here.
Oh, that was
yeah.
a botched handoff.
Yep.
And he still got the first down.
Wow. Yeah, he was expecting him on his right-hand side. He kind of came back to the left-hand side. He almost had to turn all the way around and hand it off to him.
Yeah, again,
Wow.
the Chieftains, I can't tell you how many times they've allowed.
Oh, of course, Connor would get that shot. Look at him getting a shot on Coach Kodge.
Connor, a proud Hopewell alumni.
And that is going to do it for this ball game here. We are down to a minute to play here in the ball game. And, folks, I got to remind you, tune in this Tuesday for more great content as we have the Coach's Corner live from Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery.
Got to catch a little bit of this past week's episode during the halftime show.
That's right.
If you like what you saw, go check out the rest of it.
And, of course, you can catch all of our streaming broadcasts if you're dining in at Benchwarmers. Stop down to Benchwarmers, call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, fresh locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call, 567-268-9268, and place your delivery order now. They are still open for a little bit of delivery here. And that's pretty much going to do it. That's the end of the ball game. We're going to step aside. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, and we'll break this one down. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got the postgame show coming to you next. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union postgame show where we will crown our MST Sauce Company player of the game. It's all coming to you next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Once again, final score 21-18, Hopewell over Calvert. Stay right here. You're locked in on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
How are we doing, guys? My name is Joey Krajewski, co-host of the Over Under podcast on Heart of Ohio Sports. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you, guys.
Be sure to give us a like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
All right, and we're back here at Frost County Stadium. Once again, your final score, Hopewell 21, Tiffin Calvert 18. Nate Mullins, Tommy Hall on the call. We've got Greg Kinn on the production side of things, Eric Hall down on the sidelines, and of course my beautiful wife, Chelsea Mullins, manning the sideline cameras. We also have Bailey Mullins and Connor Roush manning our other cameras. We got a packed house here tonight, folks. Once again, what a great night for football. And man, this one came right down to the last play, right down to that last drive. Tiffin Calvert, they just would not give up, and that's exactly the calling card of a great Calvert team, coached by Steve Reeser. I mean, his team's never quit, Tommy. You know that. You know.
Yeah, and again, it's just a shame someone had to lose this
That's
one.
exactly right.
It was a tremendous one for 48 minutes, as we saw the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains really established dominance for the first 24 minutes, and then when Calvert, like they've done plenty of times this season, playing from behind the 8-ball, able to get themselves back into this one, where at one point, again, the Chieftains had a 21 unanswered points on the Senecas. The Senecas able to get some points on the board to knot it back up. 12 unanswered by the Senecas there in that second half, but the Chieftains just unable to be stopped between the 10s, and that was the difference in this one.
That really was. All right, well, we are going to have our player of the game presented by MST Sauce Company very shortly, as our sideline reporter Eric Hall working on getting our player of the game up into the press box. But, of course, he's working against the flow here of everyone trying to make their way out of the stands. So we're going to go ahead and step aside, take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have our MST Sauce Company player of the game. Who? Well, you're just going to have to wait and find out. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You're tuned in right here on Heart of Ohio Sports on the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union postgame show. We'll be right back after this.
Like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
Hey guys, this is Aaron Steyer from the Over Under Pod. You catch us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 8:30. Come join the fun.
Greg Ken here, and you're locked in to high school football right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here, Frost County Stadium. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call. We have our MST Sauce Company player of the game on standby as Eric Hall down there on the sidelines waiting for him to come back from singing the alma mater. Of course, that's a tradition. Just about every school, but Hopewell-Loudon. I've known that for a long time. That's a dear tradition for them. So once again, we have Eric Hall standing by on the sidelines, and he's got our MST Sauce Company player of the game. And Eric, who do we got down there? Who's our MST Sauce Company player of the game?
Hang on. Yeah.
I think you can't hear us for some reason.
You still got us there, bud?
The phone call hung up.
Oh, no, we lost the connection.
Oh, no.
It's all right. We'll come back to.
There we go. There we go. How about that? Eric Hall down on the field. We got our MST Sauce Company player of the game. Eric, who do we got down there?
We got Braylon Martinez, you guys. Is a great game. It's got to feel good to get a win against a rival team in here. Does it mean a little extra when you get a rival win at the end of the year like this?
Yes, I don't know, it's a league game. We love winning league games. We want to win the league. And we got one more next week just to win it. That's our goal.
That's what it comes down to. That is awesome.
So Braylon
took a little shot earlier. Are you feeling okay after that?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
So Braylon, I got a question for you real quick, if you don't mind. You know, you took over for Hayden Welly tonight. Now, Hayden's a senior. He's obviously a leader on that team. You had to know, you had to step up tonight. What was your mindset? What was your thought process coming into this game, knowing that you knew it was going to be all on you, man?
Well, it's nice having Hayden at practice every day of the week. He helps me make my cuts, helps me learn the plays. He's just a great senior leader, and I'm happy I got to play next to him.
All right. Tommy, you got anything for Braylon?
Just, again, a tremendous job on both sides. And as you know, as a player, you got to win all three phases of the game to make it to the next step. And just a tremendous job on both sides of the ball. Have you ever been over there to Madison Street?
Yes, I have, actually.
Oh, yeah? And what are you going to do with that gift card? What are you going to order up?
Buy some chunks.
Oh, that boy. That boy.
Were you one of them kids that was in with the group earlier today?
No, I do not think so.
Oh, all right. You had a bunch of Hopewell kids in earlier. I thought maybe you might have been one of them. But, hey.
Sneaking in some chunks before the game.
That's right. I thought maybe we might be able to say you were powered by MST today, but that's all right. No worries. Hey, I appreciate your efforts today. All three phases of the game, man. You got an extra point kick, you got a pick, and you got a couple tutties. I mean, you can't get much better than that. What a big game.
Beautiful toe touch on the pick, too.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
All right, Braylon, thanks again. I appreciate your efforts today. And, hey, enjoy that MST gift card.
Any shout-outs?
My O-line, their dogs, and my team. I love my team. That's it.
There you go. All right, Braylon Martinez, our MST Sauce Company player of the game. All right, thanks again to our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. And, of course, my beautiful wife, Chelsea Mullins, manning the camera down there.
And what about your beautiful broadcast partner right here?
Hey, all right, pal.
Heart of Ohio Sports, as we wrap up Week 9 already,
right.
Nate.
That's right.
Man, this season's just flown by. And we'll have the fallout from Week 9 tomorrow morning on the Saturday scoreboard. Get you all the scores, get you up to date with kind of what the playoff standings are in the area as conference matchups start to take shape as well in Week 10. And we'll have all that for you right here on the Saturday scoreboard, Nate.
That's right. Tune in right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'll be live inside Studio Squared. That is a 9 o'clock start time. And joining me in studio this week, Zach Baker, the sports editor at the Findlay Courier. So make sure you tune in bright and early tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. for all of the fallout.
I wonder how much sleep he's getting after that.
Yeah, you know he ain't getting no sleep, man. Does that guy even sleep at all, regardless of what's going on? All right, once again, final score, Hopewell-Loudon 21, Tiffin Calvert 18. Want to give a huge shout out to all of our sponsors once again for bringing you tonight's ball game. Thanks to Rogers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Scudet Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant Delivery, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Reno's Pizza and Pasta, Sarah Risen Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin, Embroidery and Crafts by Buja, Buckeye IT, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Pyramid Recruiting Offices, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, and the Advertiser Tribune, all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. That's going to do it. For Tommy Hall and Greg Kinn and Eric Hall, Bailey Mullins and Connor Roush and Chelsea Mullins, I'm Nate Mullins signing off from Frost Townhouse Stadium. Thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Have a great night, everybody, and make sure you tune in tomorrow morning for the Saturday scoreboard at 9 a.m.